Hello, I'm Jay Wachs, owner, operator, and founder of LawrenceHits.com. We're an internet-based radio station and mobile app that plays music and entertains at home, at work, and in the car. We're not on AM or FM, but we're on your phone and we're in your heart. We play the greatest hits of the 60s, 70s, and 80s, immediately recognizable music from the genres of classic rock, classic pop, classic country, and some classic soul. LawrenceHits.com is simply online nostalgia. It's music that makes you feel good from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Unlike most AM and FM radio stations and Sirius XM satellite radio, we rotate over 2,500 song titles. Those stations usually rotate about 250 to 300 songs at a time, which is why you hear the same songs over and over again. They also limit the genres that they play, whereas we mix classic rock, pop, country, and some soul. We're a multimedia presentation, classic TV and movie clips, national and local pictorial memorabilia, blogs for memory sharing, community information, and news, most of which can be found on our Facebook page. What's the difference between internet and traditional radio, you can ask? Well, traditional radio is very simple. A receiver picks up a signal that is broadcast from a tower, and FM radio is broadcast from a tower that goes over the airwaves. AM radio is broadcast from a tower that goes underground. Internet radio is simply what it sounds like. The receiver is the internet. So you download our app, and the app plays what is streamed off the internet. How can you find us? It's real simple. If you have an iPhone, you go to the App Store and you download Lawrence Next Word Hits for your iPhone. If you have an Android phone, you go to the Google Play Store and do the same thing, Lawrence Next Word Hits, and download the free app. You can also find us on BlackBerry if you still have that device. And then if you don't have any of those devices, you can go to the website, LawrenceHits.com, and click on the new Listen Live link, and you can listen on your computer. Lawrence Hits also has a YouTube channel and a Facebook page, and all of these allow you to listen at home, at work, or in your car. In addition, you can find us on Roku, and you can find us on TuneIn Radio. Our mission statement is simple. When it is good in the community, so is it good with you and me. What does that mean? It means that we endeavor to be community-oriented. We're a locally owned and operated business that works with other locally owned and operated businesses. And we want to help our local business community. We also want to make listening easy, accessible, and free. So there's no charge to listen to LawrenceHits.com ever. We also do not charge nonprofit concerns in Lawrence and Douglas County for any audio ads, and we don't charge for community messaging. The mayor's office, city commission, the sheriff's department, the police department, the fire department, all of their messages are free. We work with locally owned and operated businesses to help them grow their profits. Here's how we do it. First, we research. We look at your website. We visit your store. We research your industry. Then we schedule an appointment with you to ask you some questions. Not feeling comfortable with a face-to-face because of COVID? No problem. We can see you on Zoom, or we can see you over the phone. We'll ask you some questions about what you would like to have occur for your business in the next 13, 26, or 52 weeks, and then we'll work with you to develop a strategy, and that strategy becomes a plan with a timeline that we'll execute together. Essentially, you're hiring us to be part of your marketing team without having payroll taxes, benefits, and taking up space at your office. All of what we do is based on the ADA principle, which was developed by the Harvard School of Business. The ADA principle is very simple. It's the concept of a funnel. We have an audience, and that audience is what you and your business are after. Either you want them to think something about your business, or perhaps you want them to think something and do something about your business. Regardless of what you want our audience to do, it starts with awareness. That awareness is the name of your business and your location. Then we move to interest, which is defining what your business does. Then we move to desire, which is testimonials and special offers that are designed to make your business more appealing. And then the final step is action, where we ask the audience to take an action step on behalf of your business. That could be coming to your store. That could be partaking of your services. That could be visiting your website, or it could simply be calling on the phone to make an appointment. Whatever that action step is, we must tell the audience what we want them to do with specificity and why they should do it. And frequency of messaging is what will get that done. Because the first time you hear a message that you've never heard before, your mind says, "What was that?" The second time you hear the same message, your mind says, "Well, how does that apply to me? What of that?" The third time you hear the same message, your brain makes a conscious decision to either reject the message and not act upon it, or to follow through and go through the steps of awareness, interest, desire, and action. The more messages you run, the faster you can move people through the funnel. How we do business is very simple. We work with you to develop 13, 26, or 52-week strategies. No advertising campaign should ever be started with the intention of stopping, because sleep is the great eraser. If you're gone, your competition has the opportunity to steal the audience away from your business and towards them. We limit our advertising to only 25 advertisers at a time, and each advertiser is category exclusive. So for example, if you're the bank, you're the only bank, and there will be no competition for your products and services with our audience. If you are an attorney or a restaurant, then you would be subcategory specific. For example, if you were the divorce attorney, you'd be the only divorce attorney. But there could be an attorney that does other type of legal work. If you're the Mexican restaurant, you're the only Mexican restaurant, but there may be an Italian restaurant. Either way, we offer exclusivity so that we can focus our time and attention on growing your business and not helping your competition at the same time. There's never any charge for our production or fulfillment of our contracts. And we allow you to make unlimited changes and adjustments so that if something changes in your business, you don't have to wait for the next annual cycle to make those changes and get the word out to the audience. Why should you advertise? It's very simple. The best form of advertising is word of mouth, but word of mouth has to start somewhere. Social media is uncontrolled word of mouth. You can't control what somebody says about your business through social media. It's what they say. But when you advertise on lawrencehits.com or any other radio or television station, you control the media. For the 15, 30, or 60 seconds worth of time that your message is running on the radio station, the audience is not hearing anything else. You're also being given the opportunity to target ideal customers. At lawrencehits.com, our audience is 45 to 74 years of age, and we lean a little bit more female than male, but not by much. These are the folks who own their own homes, have discretionary income to buy and take part in products and services that people who are struggling financially might not be able to buy or take part in. We also create awareness for the content you create. You are the best promoter of your product and service. The more people hear your voice and see your face and see your employees doing their thing at your place of business, the better. We also add credibility to your business because consumers statistically perceive that companies that actively advertise are successful and reputable. And we amplify everything else that you're doing. In marketing and advertising, you can't just do one thing. You have to tap on as many shoulders as you possibly can and remind them that you're there as many times as you can. How we operate is we sell sponsorships to locally owned and operated businesses only. So we're not talking to Kohl's or Kaufman's or Macy's or any businesses like that. We're talking to Weaver's department store. It has to be a locally owned and operated business. Your sponsorship includes your audio ads, video ads for social media, business profiles and interviews, and inclusion in the Checkers Extra Local program, which we partner with Checkers Grocery Store, where over 30,000 people a week come through the grocery store and hear about your business. Here are some of our statistics. Again, remember that we talk to 45 to 74-year-old adults every day. Between 2019 and 2020, year-to-year, year-end statistics, we were up 4% with hits to the website. In 2020, we had 56,817 hits to the website from 19,228 unique IP addresses and 116,774 pages viewed with average listeners of 2,522, up 9%. Our time spent listing was 148.3 minutes per session. There are 1,477 people who like us on Facebook and even more who follow us. And we had 189 new app downloads this year. So what's next? Download our app for your mobile device and sample the station. Listen to the music and feel good about it. Schedule a free needs assessment with one of our people and get a free business overview. There is no obligation for us to analyze your business, and there is no obligation for us to create a campaign for you. The only time there's an obligation is when we execute the campaign. And then you can join our growing family of happy clients. And remember, you'll be one of only 25, and you'll be category exclusive. So thanks so much for your time and attention, and thanks for listening to lawrencehits.com.